If you ever wanted to just, maybe take a stroll down a carpet, well, in one of these events, it is best exemplified with the distance drag. In the 11th event here, you see the current standings after event 10, Krakow and Chesapeake. They've been top 2 for quite a few events now, but the gap is starting to close. As our demo, after the demo run all on their own. In the last event, they were doing much better in these demo runs. Can the Housebricks perhaps change that here? Well, that's a great start to Tri-School. And it seems like they have, to say the least. And now Krakow, Quincy, Norwich, and St. Albans. All these teams except for Krakow actually got a medal in the last event. And Krakow, ever since event 6, have been falling off a bit, aside from block pushing last 4, but then not gone well for them at all. It's Krakow, they come down first. Quincy managed to push St. Albans right into them and get around. And Norwich just collide right into them, and I think Krakow advance. Yes, they do. So this event always shapes up very interesting heats to look back on, and let's see what happens here. So Krakow came down first, and St. Albans got hit into them by Quincy, and then Norwich just went right into the back of both those back two, giving Krakow advancement. And now Chesapeake saw Malapolska get through, and now West Virginia is going to try to capitalize on that. Here with Kuala Lumpur, Berlin, and Phoenix here. Phoenix kept Scottsdale. Yes, they did, in fact, get bronze in this event in the individuals division. So they may have to move up to expeditions a little too. And there goes Berlin around Chesapeake. And Phoenix right into the back of Chesapeake. And Kuala Lumpur into the back of Berlin, but that's enough to give Ampang advancement. Chesapeake, they came down first, but didn't seem to go very far. Berlin ended up charging by, and then came these back two. This is where it really came into effect. Phoenix crashed right into Chesapeake, Kuala Lumpur, and right around into Berlin. A lot of contact and results in the two auto-qualified teams for this year's Team City League, moving on to the semifinals. Alright, now for Heat 3. Dinner Plane, Hong Kong, Montreal, and Tibet. Tibet with their captain El Hasek. They got a silver in this event in the last year, and they're the only one of the 3 medalists in the main league to return to this. So, with the 2-time individual City League winner, Hyogo of Suzuka, not here, they might have the most expectations to live up to. Will they live up to them, though? 3, 2, 1, and we're about to find out. Another great view here. And they run right into Dinner Point, so I'd say that did not work well. And they get pushed by Hong Kong, kill their own chances of advancing, and bring the chances of Tibet getting through right back to life. As you can see here, seems like coming down first might actually be a useful tactic here as Dinner Point. They came down first, then came Tibet, trying to go around, then just slammed right in, but then here come Montreal and Hong Kong. This is what really screwed Montreal over, is curving away from Tibet, and then Hong Kong slamming right into them and booking Tibet's ticket into the semifinals. And now for the final heat before we go on to the following rounds. Accra, Paris, Warsaw, and New York. And they're off. It's Warsaw getting out to the lead. New York cannot go as far. Accra coming right beside, and Paris just go around both. So Warsaw and Paris will move on, and New York and Accra are eliminated here. And Warsaw just seemed to get a really smooth distance in general, because you can't even really blame any contact. No one even really just made contact with them. New York just stopped there, maybe thinking that was the end of the line that they could go on. Same with Accra, just pushing right up against them, and Paris just gliding right by them both, perhaps disproving their theses, if you could pluralize thesis. And 9th through 16th comes up. Hong Kong get best of the rest, all the way down to Phoenix, the captain and dead last. And now Quincy, Kuala Lumpur, Dinner Plane, and Paris here. In the first semifinal. It looks like Dinner Plane come down first. Don't get terribly far though, but a nudge from Kuala Lumpur. What will Quincy do? Glide right on by! And in true Dinner Plane fashion, if I've ever seen, they choke advancement just by the slimmest of margins. And yeah, they just came down first, and maybe my theory I was about to form in that semifinal of it being more beneficial to come down earlier than to come down late has been proven wrong here, as they just came down first, and then Paris just Yeah, they just went right on by. Collinport gave him a nudge, perhaps thinking they were sealed in with dinner plane, and then all of a sudden, here comes Holbrook, gliding right on by Hot Ham and moving on. Now for the other semifinal. Krakow, Berlin, Tibet, and Warsaw. As Krakow come down first, does not look very good. Berlin comes storming up on them. Warsaw somehow hit Krakow and get by, and Tibet just completely give up for whatever reason. And here came Krakow once again. Yeah, they came down first here, but unlike the Heats, it just, I guess it just didn't really very well for them. As Berlin just came down, Warsaw nudged them and somehow got by, and Tibet just perhaps saw that they went so far and just gave up for some reason. And as we take a look at 5th through 8th, obviously, then Krakow gets 7th and 8th, with Dinner Plane and Collinport in 5th and 6th. And now for the final. Paris, Quincy, Berlin, and Warsaw. Who's winning this drag here in event 11? Quincy come down first. Didn't look very good. Berlin somehow nudged slightly and get by. What with the other two? Oh my goodness, that is close. But I think Berlin have just about done it. And they have, just ahead of Paris. One captain edges out another here. And that 3rd place battle is very close. I think Warsaw got it, though. And yes, they did. Just about ahead of Quincy, who choked the entire podium just by coming down first. And speaking of the podium, well, kudos to these 3 marbles that managed to get onto it in this event. How high do they jump their teams in the standings? Berlin jump up 3 positions, Paris and Warsaw only up 1. However, Krakow's lead has gotten to a silver medal gap ahead of Chesapeake, who somehow, by some miracle, the entire top 5 has not changed at all. However, Berlin and Paris have cracked into the triple digits, and Quincy on up have cracked into the 110s. And at the bottom, Phoenix have fallen to last place, and will still not escape that bottom 4, or 13th place really at all. Next event is Team of Quathlon, the one they won last year, so maybe will they escape it then? I don't know, but we'll see then for it.